Everybody to show up, and we'll get going. I got some good eBay deals. They're still out there if you look hard enough. As far as me, I've been taking a little bit of time off of work, just chilling, making some videos. Get rid of that. Got into a fight with that LRP 32. Got that running. That Savage 21 I put together is going to be ready to go real soon. OG, what's going on, brother? Let's give it a few minutes. Let's get some heads in here, and we'll get started. First things first. Check out my dustbuster. This thing's sweet. Look at that. Should get one of these for the shop. Probably could use it around here. But no, that's not what's in here. This is just a box. Rambo 1, how you doing? Another lovely day. It's gonna be nice out. We're going to the oval track later. We're gonna do a little bit of maintenance, get some of the weeds and the grass taken care of, and try getting that thing back in order. We're gonna put some time and money into this thing. So let's see what's in the Dustbuster box. It's a pretty good deal. Like I said, on eBay, you can still find the deals. You can still find them. Gotta work a little harder. Nitro Pimp, what's going on, brother? Long time no see. It's been 3 minutes. Yeah, check these out. Let's scroll this down a little bit. All right, I found this deal. We all know I bought these badass looking spinner things, man. Pretty cool as a little joke. Yeah, less dusty in here. Yeah, it's hard to tune an engine when you can't see the smoke, man. But it seems like he's getting somewhere with it. So those spinners use the 40 series tires. So I ended up finding these on a good deal. Look at these. Ugh, a little funky from sitting in the box. I got another set of Big Joes with the foam. I got all 4. Seem to be in pretty good shape. They're a little wonky from being in the box, but they're fine. No dry rot whatsoever. I literally tune on a stand before I go out. Yeah, you can get close on a stand, but you're not going to get it right on the money. But 2 of the Big Joes here, you can see, have wheels. These are the 40 series wheels. This one, the chrome is about, it's okay. It's not bad. The spinner is going to cover it anyway, so you really won't notice it. But the other one, man, that's money. That is money. I miss seeing your videos. Yeah, I got 2 videos up. I put 2 up this week. We're going to be doing a lot more now that we have the track. So I ended up picking up 4 Big Joes and 2 of the wheels. I got to get 2 more, and we can start running those spinners on something. 30 bucks. Look at these things. These things are, these things are in great shape. The foam's nice. It's not rotted. They don't smell like they've been wet and sitting. And there is no dry rot whatsoever on these things. So, yep, that's what's in the Dustbuster box. Didn't really... I should get a Dustbuster down here. But yeah, 30 bucks. Seen these, snagged them right up. So, I'll get rid of that Dustbuster box now. I thought that was kind of funny that it came in a Dustbuster one. JW, what's going on? Let's check out the chat. We got Rambo in here. Nitro Pimp's hanging out. OG's hanging out. Oh, let's see, JW's in here. Anybody else hanging on the wall? Please like, subscribe. Let's get these numbers up. So, yeah, I think a set of Big Joes for 30 bucks, a pretty good deal. What do you guys think? I think that's a pretty solid deal, especially with these 2 wheels. These wheels are going for 30 bucks a pair. I got to get another set. I'm going to have a set coming. This one, like I said, it's a little how you doing, but it's okay. Like I said, it's going to get covered up with that spinner anyway. You'll never notice. What are Big Joes going for nowadays? I've seen them going for almost 30 a pair. If you can find them. Depends on, who's selling them. But they're not cheap. I'll tell you what, though. Be prepared if you're going to run these. Rambo, did you fix your dragster? I haven't touched that dragster since. It's not mine. That's a buddy's. I got it running. He probably doesn't care that I have it for the rest of my life. But no, it still just does donuts. It runs. You can fire it right up. It'll run right now. But no, it just does donuts. You got to put another set of tires on there, and it's so original. I really don't want to. Rocky Mountain Bashers, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. But as I was going to say, these Big Joes, if you're going to run, dragsters go best sitting on the shelf. That's right. Nitro Pimp, do you have one of the Dark Thunder dragsters? They're hard to find. I got one. The Big Joes. Back to the Big Joes. If you do intend to run these, man, you're going to need a better servo. I'll tell you what. I got the servo that's in that 21. That is from the HPI, the 5.9 truck, the new one. And it can't turn those suckers. I got a school bus style friggin' turning radius because of these things. They're just because of how wide they are. I have them on that 21. It looks cool. They are cool. Has O-rings for front tires. Yes, it does. But that servo, it's made for the X59, the XL59. I got it from Jenny's RC. It can't even keep up with these, so be prepared. If you're going to go Big Joe, you're going to have to go big servo, big torque. I'm in the market. Going to get something different. But, yeah, these things are pretty nice. I'd say the value of these wheels, brand new in the package, are going to go for about 30 bucks. So with the chrome on this one, I'm going to say, we'll say $20 in the wheels, and you got about 50 bucks probably in these Big Joes. So I'd say $70 is what I would say the value of these are. I got them for 30 bucks. Big servo, tiny pinion gear. Yes, I'm running the stock gearing that came on the 21. That thing's pulling wheelies, man. I mean, it's way rich because it's still breaking in. I took a couple of hours out of it. I got it to the point where it'll run it once I get it to start. Tore my finger up. Look at this finger on that friggin' pull starter because I was not giving up. That thing did not want to run. But I'll tell you what, I took just a couple out of it. It's still pig rich. I mean, I'm leaving a smoke cloud behind that damn thing like you wouldn't believe. And it's, boop, 12 o'clock. I could pull wheelies all day. All right, cool. So, yeah, keep on them eBay things, man. Every now and then you will find them. Rotostart is your best friend, but I couldn't use it on the 21 chassis. The Rotostart from LRP did not work. I need to get a different one, like a Tiger Drive where it's off to the side. Then it would work. Because the Rotostart, it has 4 positions. It has one at 12 o'clock. That hits the exhaust. It has one at 6 o'clock. That's buried in the chassis. I can't get to it. Then it has one at 3 and 9, and it's right in the middle of the bar that goes to connect the shock towers. Not the shock towers, the frame rail. I can't do it. Yep, needs to be at 11 o'clock. You're right. That's what, and I didn't have it. I got 12, 6, 3, and 9. I needed about an 11 or a 130. I don't know. I had to pull it, but I wasn't giving up. It's a runner now. It's a little rough to start still because it's still brand new, but we're going to get it. Work on that tune later. But, yeah, that's what's in the Dustbuster box. Who wants to see what's in the big box? A couple of you have already seen it. I sent some pictures out. This thing is cool. This is my hit to the market here. Right now, the vintage stuff is hot. It's real hot. If you want to get a RC10 GT that's in good shape, prepare to pay, you know, closer to the $250 to $300 range. XXX NTs are following right behind. You're not going to get one in good shape cheap. You can get a piece of crap for $100, but by the time you get done piecing it together, you're going to have big dollars into it. One market that I don't think that has really been hit yet is actually what's in that box. It seemed like the time to buy it. It seems like since I bought it, they've been popping up a lot more. Others have gotten one. I just seen one 2 minutes ago. Let's check it out. Ugh, big bastard. All right, let's see if I can get a better view on this thing. How are we gonna do this? All right, we should pull stuff out of the box. We don't need to see the box. This kind of got me mad. You wonder why everything costs so much money to ship. This guy used this stuff, all these unused packages, for shipping material, just to, you know, so nothing got broke. This thing's probably got 30 of these damn things in it. Believe it or not, this still costs the government money, and this is why we're probably paying so much to ship stuff. Nitro Pimp, what's it say? The MTs and MT2s are still cheap for runners. Yes and no. I've seen some real junk ones for sale for $200, and I've seen them sell. You can get a nice one from anywhere between $200 to $300. Like at $300, you can get yourself an SS. But yeah, I'd agree. Problem with that though, the MTs and MT2s. If you get one with the 15 in it, I can guarantee you that engine's trash. Guarantee it's trash. All right, we got an old radio. Not gonna use that. It's a Blazer Sport. Aha. Yeah, Yeah, we won't be using that. Hot Body GTX Twin, not so much, but I scored one. Nice, man. All right, we got a bag of goodies. We love our bags of goodies. Let's see what it came with. This is how I end up with so many glow starters. What do we got here? Here is an old AFNA glow starter. Look at this thing. Freaking huge. I always end up leaving glow starters in my pocket. I find them later. This, I don't think we'd have that problem. Look at this. It's got a big D battery in it. Okay. I'm going to say that's probably not going to... No, I'm sorry. That's a C battery. But it has a tag of... I don't know if you can see that. March of 2009. So I'm going to say that that Duracell is no damn good. Airtronics. Yeah, I'm not going to use it. I'll probably, if the car I got has the receiver in it, I'll probably just put it together and maybe I'll try to sell it or something. Is there a market on these? Does anybody buy these? Because I have a couple and I am not interested in using them. I'm going to tie it to my Spectrum. Maybe I'll start selling them. I don't want to throw them out. Maybe I'm losing money. Got ourselves an air filter. Ah, that's cool. Anybody read it? Mugen. Just a basic 90 air filter, but it's a Mugen filter. That's kind of cool. There is zero market for FM transmitters. That's what I thought. All right, what do we got? We have a Dynamite wall charger I won't use because I go off my big charger. I got another air filter with the cheese. You gotta love the cheese, man. Gotta get some crackers for this one. We'll be good to go. That's a no-namer. But these are good to keep around. You just pick the Fromunda off it, and yeah, we can use that later. Here's this is an old boy, but Dynamite glow igniter. This will be the third one I got. I never bought one new. I just end up with them. Look at these things. They haven't changed much. Dynamite. And this one has a different logo on the top and nothing all the way around. And then this one has the same logo on the top, Dynamite logo. All right. We'll have to see if it works. See if this has any kind of secrets in it. Ah, man. Sanyo. Throw this on the charger later, see if it works. It's a pretty good score. And this we'll use. We have a, let's see. Got ourselves a body reamer. No. There you go. But off the brand. Pretty sweet. Ain't gonna find them anywhere anymore. Computer, get back there. All right, that's the box. Everything smells like cigarettes. That's lovely. Hate that smell. All right. Now, like I said, this is the market I think anybody should watch. I think now is going to be the time to buy these because I think they're only going to go up in price. They're going to get more expensive because the vintage market, like I said, has been hot with all the new releases from Team Associated and all that. I can smell that air filter from here. No, you don't want it, man. It smells like Marlboro. Gross. The market right now is decent, and you can still get one at a good price. They're pretty fun. You're gonna. I see a lot of people have them. I just seen one. Nitro RC Life had his live. He might still be on right now, but he had one on a table sitting there. He wasn't running it yet. I know OG's got one. I'm sure the Pimp's got one. Everybody seems to have one of these things, and I think it's being this market's being slept on. But I think once people start catching up to it, you're not going to get one at a good price. So I think now is the time. Like when I bought my those stadium trucks, the Triple X NTs and the RC10 GTs, I bought them at the right time. You could not buy what I have now because I got ahead of the game. Let's start unfolding all these packages here. Look at this guy. All right. Gotta be something else in here. guy should be ashamed of himself for doing this shit. Alright, I'm just gonna spec it out. Can't even do that yet. Still more of these damn things. Alright. There we go. Let's get rid of this shit. Alright, now this one here, this was probably one of the more pricier ones, but you're going to pay for what you get, but it was still cheap. He's ready to say it? You get a good view on the table. We'll work with it. Here you go. Got ourselves an Offna buggy. I think this is going to be the next market here. You're going to see these things coming up. Come on, I got to be able to get a better view than this. Why does this thing suck? All right, I just have to work with the phone. I don't know why I can't get a good view on this. But yes, the Offna buggies. These things are going to start going up in price. It's a viable platform. They're not bad. Parts are still pretty available. I didn't have any problems finding anything I think I will need for this. The bodies look pretty cool, man. Check out that paint job. That's a stock paint job. That's pretty rad. Pretty much everything you can... This is going to go on the track, trust me. But I think this is going to be the market that's going to go up because I think some people are still sleeping on these and they're really going to move. Nitro Pimp says he has 25 of them. OG used to race them. Yeah, well, when OG used to race, these things were probably the new, latest, and greatest. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I think. Maybe later on we'll take a look on eBay and we'll see just what these things are going for and what you can get a good one. This one is the Ultra LX Pro. Has the Offna 25 in it. So let's take a good look at it. Let's start with the top. All right. The body on this thing has no cracks whatsoever. I mean, it's got a couple of like little rub throughs in the paint, little stuff. It's used. Get over it, you know. They cut it out for the fuel tank, but all in all, this thing, the body itself is in great shape. I don't know what you would be able to use from a newer modern perspective of like what buggy body would fit on this, but I mean, we don't have to worry about that. Not right now. All right, let's take a look at the rest. We have our humongous antenna. I'm probably gonna, well, I know I'm going to use my radio. So obviously I'm not gonna need an aerial this big, but you know what? I'm gonna put one back on it because it just looks old school and cool. Those things are elegance and simplicity. Yeah, it looks fairly simple. I have a high-tech servo here for the steering. What do we have for the other side? It's got an Airtronics on the other. All right. One cool thing that I did notice about this, because I did open that box before this live because it looks like someone kicked that box here, so I wanted to double check to make sure everything was legit, is if you look at the bottom, the motor mounts are low enough, so if you wanted to get rid of this pull start engine and put a bump starter on there, no problem. No problem at all. All right, let's take a look at the rest. Offna 25, we're going to take a good look at that because it's probably got to come out. We're going to take that out today. I want to take it and we're going to do a little maintenance on it, clean it up, get the look on the inside and see what she's working with. And we're going to try to fire this up today. It's got threaded shocks on all four corners. You got an aluminum top plate for the center diff. I believe that has a center diff. Yes, it does. The steering cranks have a nice piece here made out of aluminum, as well as the shock towers. Shock towers have that big gap in them. I like that. Kind of looks like the, I think Mugen still does that. Fuel lines, it has a fuel filter in there, so I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm not gonna probably use that. Fuel tank, let's take a look inside. It's clean on the inside. That's a good thing. Outside's a little how you doing, but we can fix that. Clutch bell, the teeth look good. The center diff, they look good. The tires are good, but we're going to put something a lot more modern on this thing for sure. Yeah, not bad. I think one of these, I paid 190 bucks for this thing, shipped. I don't think that's a bad price for any buggy, honestly. It seems like any buggy that's worth a shit, regardless of the make, as long as it's, you know, hobby grade, you're looking at 200 bucks anymore. All right. So what's up? What do you think? Not bad? I think these things are going to be movers. I think this is going to be where the market's going to go. If you're going to get one of these, I'd recommend doing it soon. What do we got in the front here? It's got a C-hub style front. Nitro Pimp often always came with the best looking wheels on RTRs. They are a good looking wheel. Aluminum wheel nuts. That's kind of funny. Okay. If you look here, oh, never mind. I see why. They must use the same bulkheads front and rear, because if you look, this does have a rear sway bar. But if you look on the back, it's got provisions for sway bar. So I guess that would be in case you have the front. Bam, there you go. So it looks like it's an ambidextrous style buggy. So you have a lot of the parts will interchange. The only thing I noticed differently is you have a solid A-arm in the front, but it looks like it's adjustable. You just spin this outer section. That's kind of cool. Instead of having a, so that way you can probably still adjust camber that way. And in the rear, it just has a link. Pretty cool little setup. Does it have? Yes, it does. It does come with a droop screw setup. You can adjust the droop on the front and the rear. So there you go. That's some pretty good stuff. So let's take a look at the condition on this engine. This is what I was worried about today. I took the air filter off. That was the air filter that was in there, the Mugen one. We got a carburetor that is stuck, 100% jammed. And if you go to pull it, it is not stuck, but it is gummed up bad. I mean, you can just pull it, but it sounds like the compression is pretty good. So I think today what we're going to do, we're going to work on this bad boy today and try to get a better view. It's going to drive me nuts. All right, that's the best I can do right now. Let's get this engine pulled out, then we can work with the view later. And let's start taking it down. I want to start getting see what's all on the inside, see if it's full of poop, why it's so tight. And we're going to work on getting that carburetor up and moving again. What do you think? If anybody's new, please hit that like and subscribe button. Everybody hit that thumbs up on the way in or out. Appreciate it. I've got a little bit of play here in these front hubs. I just noticed that. I'll have to check the bearings. Once this thing runs, we'll do a full teardown on her and clean her up. But a little bit of shimming maybe. How's the back? And the back's got some too. We'll see. Let's get the tools. Here's the question for you. Nitro Pimp, maybe you would know because you said you got so many of them. OG, you would know. Are these standard or metric? Are we working with standard or are we working with metric today? Big motor mounts. Metric? I figured. Dang. 3mm screws to hold this engine in. 1. Oh, Jesus. Tight. 2. Well built. That's the other thing on this buggy. Everybody that's seen them, what year would this be from? This is early 2000s, easy. Look at the bottom of this thing. That's a freaking clean bottom, man. That thing has definitely not been abused. Okay, one more. Oh, wow. Did not want that engine coming out. All right, got those loose. Fuel line's got to come off. We're going to need pliers. We're going to take that link off. There we go. All right, we're going to have to get this one for the exhaust. 2.5. Okay, we're good from the top. Let's get the rest, let's get those mounts off. Let's pull it. Seems like these Offna motors have been coming into the shop a lot lately. This would be, out of the last 3 things I bought, all 3 of them had an Offna engine in it. Funny thing is, every Offna buggy I have either a 21, 26, or 28. None of them are 25s. This will be the first 25, and the 2 trucks have 26s. One is a regular Offna branded 26, and the other one is a Hot Bodies branded 26. All the same. Yeah, they still have that nitro race going on in October. I think I might take this just because it'd be funny. I mean, I don't think anybody else is going to. I'm pretty sure you ain't gonna see another one of these there. Yeah. The more you spin it, the more it wants to come off, but yeah, we're gonna have to pull that back plate. All right, buggy down. Now we can zoom in. There we go. All right, so to end the debate, read the starter. That is a Force engine. These were Force engines. That's what I figured. All right, let's pull this exhaust off. I don't want to work around it. And inspect that gasket while we're in there. All right. This looks very, very similar to the Hot Bodies exhaust that I have on the X46. Let's take a look at this exhaust. Look at this. This gasket looks like brand new. Look at that. I don't think there's much time on this thing. I think it was put away poorly. All right. Let's take that carb off. We'll start with that first. Yeah, all are Force, all the new Habeos are SH. Yep. Probably going to be a goofy size nut. And it is. Probably like a 6. Okay, let me see if I... That looks like a 6. Let's see if I can get that in there. Yeah, no problem. Now, the next couple of weeks, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do any lives. That's I've got a lot of stuff going on. Cheerleading started. Kids have been doing that, so I have to take her for pictures next week, so I don't know what time I'll be on. If anything, it may be later. Come on, Alf. What's the matter with you? Okay, I give... You win. We'll take this nut all the way off. The washer. We'll tap it all the way through. There we go. Okay, you win. There we go. Oh, yeah, you could just tell it's just... Got an issue with this carb. Carb's got a small crack, but it's below the ring, so it should still seal because it has an upper seal. It'll be okay. All right, let's figure this out. As long as it didn't fall inside. See a little crack in the carb? Okay, I'm all right with it. See if it seals. If it doesn't, we'll have to figure out a replacement. I'm gonna start by taking this idle screw out. See if I can get that whole slide to move. Then we're gonna start doing something to hopefully do it. It's an adjustable hammer. 6S have 2 handles and pointy tips. Yeah. All my tools are in the garage, except for my RC tools. Wow. Okay, I have to spin. See if we can get this boot off without tearing it up. There we go. You can see the after run oil on it. It's just disgusting, that's all. All right, let's clean her up. Get this carb moving. We can start working on the engine, see what's going on with that. All right, clean this up. Ow! Yep, I found every cut on my finger. Ow! Damn you, brake clean. All right. Not bad. Get that seal back on. There we go. All right. I don't know if I want to mess with any of the needles. I don't know if they're clogged or not. Let me see. I'm going to put a piece of clean fuel line on there. We'll blow through it and see if it's any good. Yep. Get air through it. All right, so that should be okay. Hold on, I want to see something first. Where's the channel for the set screw? That wasn't too bad. I have a Traxxas one in that box that came off that T-Max that I don't think it'd ever be possible to get that thing off. Okay, that's a little much. There we go. Get that seal back on, like that. All right, we got a working carb. Let's get this back apart. Probably a 2. So we all know if this is a force engine, most likely it has that beautiful pin on the inside that we all been playing with lately. Let's hope that that's not going to give me any problems. Okay. Full start works pretty good. Back plate's nice and dry. Doesn't seem to be leaking. One way seems fine. Like I said, the one way wasn't skipping. It was just the engine is pretty gummed up. She's tight. Let's get this back plate off and take a look inside. The twos? They are. Got some grime and grit in some of these, though. All right, where's the pick? How do you get dirt in there? There we go. All right, I want to get these screws out. We're going to clean that back plate before we remove it because for some reason there's grit in there. That's an adjustable hammer. That's right. So what's everybody else up to today? Everybody else catch the live stream last night with the Fun Zone. OG was on there, and he did a great job showing off some of his toys, talking about who he is, man. Everybody got to get to know him a little bit better. I thought that was a great show. Great show. All right. There we go. Come on, plate. Come on off. All right, she twists. She'll come off. There we go. And our back plate is disgusting. We got a good amount of after run oil. So somebody did care for this thing. It's just seems like that after run oil after a while just turns into shit. So that's where we're at. Yeah, we're gonna have to pull that part. Ugh. Yeah, see what I mean? This is the stuff you're gonna find. Okay. Just try to avoid my fingers this time. Some fresh nitro, clean that off. Yes, sir. I have some old stuff. I have a gallon of old Traxxas that's absolutely spent, but the brake cleaner is working good. Yeah, look at this thing. Wow. That's just crusty extraction of castor seeds. Yeah, this stuff's pretty nasty. You see it's stained on the starter shaft. It like where it sat at the bottom. It just stained it. There we go. I'm gonna throw a little bit of oil on there. The O-ring on the back plate looks good. Don't see any problems with that. Spins nice. I'm happy with it. Let's look inside this engine, see how bad it looks. If you can imagine that back plate's bad. Oh yeah, those bearings are foobar. But You can see the pin on the crank right there inside. That thing's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So, oh my Lord. Okay. So I'm gonna work my way into this thing, try to get some of that oil into these bearings after I spray it out. Then we're probably gonna have to pull this coolant head because I want to get some into that cylinder, because you can see it's dragging in there as well. All right. Oh no, exactly what I thought was gonna happen happened. That pin dropped. That's a problem. Gonna have to go through and find that freaking pin. I knew I should have took that out. Damn it. There's a problem. Right off the bat though, already feels better. Now I gotta find that pin. Nope. I figured it would stay. I didn't flip it over till the end. Damn. All right, only good thing is, the can that I was shooting that under has a bag in it, so I know it's in the bag. Now I gotta find it. They never stay unless they're stuck. Yeah, and they're always stuck. All right, so what we're gonna do is, I wanna get that oil into those bearings before I forget. I'm gonna pull this, we're gonna pull the coolant head off. Definitely zoom out, damn. All right, we're definitely gonna pull the coolant head off. I wanna get some of that oil into the cylinder. But it's already spinning much better. I gotta find that. Now I gotta find that freaking thing. I don't have a magnet, so it's gonna be by hand. Lovely. Oh, that's awesome. Ah, damn it. See, this is the fun when you start doing lives. Tried for, what's that? I had one Thursday that I put in the sauna cleaner 200 degrees, the pin fell out. Yeah, sick. Lasso Kid, what's going on? We'll do some work. I'll look through the bag some more. I can't believe I did that. That's the downside. If you just want to do these lives and you want to wrench, when shit goes wrong, can't hide it. On video, I can just edit that out. All right. I get to that front from here. As I can. All right, cool. All right, let's pull this coolant head off, and then we'll do some more looking for that. Ah, oh, what a bummer. That one was loose. Okay. Bunch of dirt and funk. Look at that. It had something growing in there. Let's get a rag and clean that off before we move the button. There it goes. All right. Head button looks clean. Not bad. Like my way of removing it? That's all you need. And the sleeve. Sleeve looks good. Doesn't seem to have a ton of pinch to it though. Well, we'll have to see how it runs. I don't intend to keep this engine in there, but I have it. All right, throw some oil in there. We got to continue to look for that frickin' pin. There we go. All right, cool. Clean the bottom of this off. I don't know, it's got a lot of pop when you put that pin, what's it called, back on. You put the button back in. All right, let's dig a little deeper. Nope. Oh, let's see. This sucks. Let's do some more. I'm down to the bottom of it. It's got to be in there somewhere. Not much down there. All right, let's do some more. Okay, we can put the head back on. Head was positioned. Which way is it face? This way. No, 2.5. Come on now. All right. Don't feel too bad. All right, let's give it another shot. Let's look for that pin. Found it. Found it. Good. Back into the game. All right. Good time to show everybody what we're talking about. These are those freaking pins that everybody's been talking about. I've had problems with 2 of them. That's a new one. That's all it is. This tiny little pin sits inside the crankshaft, in between the journal for the rod. And what that does is that will ride on the back plate. Once it rides on the back plate, that's how you get everything to start. What happens is, like the pimp said, and like the problems I've had, I didn't have it to his extent, thank God, is the old oil gets stuck behind the pin or in front of the pin, and it gets around the pin into where the spring is, and it gets stuck inside. If it gets stuck inside, you're never going to start it. You're going to think you have a bad one-way bearing, but it has nothing to do with the one-way. All right. That's the 4 for the back plate. Now, when you install these are a non-interference style cut back plate, but I try to get it to where that pin will sit right inside the groove. That groove right there just makes everything go together easier. So I'll put the piston at, let's say, bottom dead center, and then I'll put that groove at the bottom. Click, boom, there you go. There you go. All right, let's get these back plate bolts back in. Now, I took it off of the buggy. I took it with the mounts. I took the whole thing. So that way we don't have to mess with mesh or anything like that. Basically, we should be able to take this thing, put everything back on, carburetor back on, back plate back on. 2-0. And this should be able to go right back in. We didn't mess up the gear mesh, so we should be able to put it right back into the buggy. We're going to play with those fuel lines a little bit. Fire this back up. Try and get this thing running. There you go. I only made a big mess in my shop now, but that's what happens. So what's everybody else got going on today? Like I said, I'm going to the oval track later on today, and we're going to do some maintenance. We're going to get some stuff done today. There we go. It's been an expensive week for me. 2 quarts already this week, and I'm not back to work till tomorrow, so I'm going to run later today probably too. All right. There we go. Let's get that carburetor on. Which way are we going with this? There we go. Like that. Kidwall Classic coming up shortly. What's that? Club racing. Nice. Yeah, I got to get out to some more races. Just ordered a bunch of parts for my B7. I want to try getting that up. Hoping to get some nitro time at the shop later. My boys dropped off 17 nitros and crates of parts I need to go through. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I ordered some parts for my B7. I want to start working on that a little bit because indoor season will be coming before you know it. All right. Got that carb is on. Carb is working nicely. I'm not too worried about that 2 little crack pieces on the bottom. It's at the very bottom of the carb. It's actually inside the crankcase, so I mean, there's no reason it should leak or do anything. All right, I need that 6mm. Get the pinch screw tightened up. So what do you think? This thing gonna fire up today? We're gonna have good luck. Should check that glow plug while I had the button out. That's okay. Can do it on. Come on. There we go. Carb feels good. It's got compression. It's a force. It'll run. Yeah, I don't think I have a problem. I think this thing will run. One way. Okay. Two point oh. There we go. What class are you racing in, Super? What do you got? What's the club running? Guessing it's still nice out, so I'm guessing you're still going 8 scale outside. Like I said, I'm going to start getting my 10 scale ready. I just bought enough SKF bearings to do 24 big blocks. Nice. When are you going to do a live, brother? Do some lives, man. Show some live wrenching, man. The people dig it. They like it. A little slow today. That's all right. Be fine. Actually got quite a bit. No lives, that's your thing? Yeah. Hey, that's everybody's thing, man. Ain't just my thing. Okay, which way? The exhaust went that way. All right, where'd the spring go? Yeah, this header looks exactly like the Hot Bodies one that I have on my Savage 4.6. I mean, it's identical. Yeah, pull cord's a little lazy. There we go. We got 2 outdoor tracks here in Arizona. Nitro Compound, nice. And Adobe. All right. Yeah, we have ours, trains and lanes up there. That's the one I've been going to. This thing's going to be a bitch. We got that new engine in there, but they have a race actually this weekend, but I'm just too busy. Plus the mains are on Sunday, and I have work. I had off all week. So if I call off on Sunday, I'm going to be a real prick. Damn. This thing came off so easy. Why is it being so difficult? Damn nice spring, too. Probably just wants me to hook my finger once, and then it'll go on. Damn. Come on. part I hate the most. You don't want to overstretch them because then you ruin them. Ah, okay. Where's that fucking... now I'm cursing. Don't you spin. Come on. Why am I having so much trouble with just a stupid spring? Okay, let's try putting it the other way. You prick. Got it. Wow. You suck. There we go. There we go. Okay. That sucked. Holy God. All right. Let's get it back in the buggy. Yeah, no, the pull starter went back in. That's no problem. What a pain in the ass. Freaking odd sizes for everything. Okay. Motor screws. Actually, we are going to have to reset the mesh. I forgot. I took it off with the mount. So what I said before was wrong. I'm going to have to check the mesh on this thing real quick. Get these screws started. Stay there. Come on. All right, let's get these things moving. Yeah, I don't like to overstretch those springs because once you start getting sections in them that are straightened out, it doesn't really hold as good. So I always end up fighting with them a little bit, but I never really had a problem either. All right. They had these things in pretty tight so you can see the witness marks of where they were. So we shouldn't have too much trouble getting this mesh right. That's good. Right where I thought it would be. There we go. All right. The mesh feels good. I'm okay with it. All right, so we have, I'll leave that one off because we're gonna have to prime this sucker. I'm just gonna do the old blow and go with this. Oh, see that? That's a little loose. All right. There we go. All right, let's check that glow plug. See if that's any good. A little wet. Survey says, yeah, we're good. Okay, cool. Got a gasket? Yes, it does. Look at this. Good thing we looked. I guess if one crush ring is good enough, this one's got two. Okay, well, not anymore. Why did they have two on there? Yeah, that was the buggy tires. That wasn't me. I swear. Actually, a fart right now wouldn't be too bad. It'd probably cover up the smell of these cigarettes from whatever this guy had going on. Okay. So we got an engine that pulls nice. Everything's cleaned up. Carburetor slides good. Only thing left now, throw some fuel in it. What do you think? Throw some fuel in it and see if we can get this thing to bark off. What do you think? Let me get a couple of hell yeahs in the chat there. You just want to fire this thing up or what? Let's get a different shot. Get a different shot. Better angle. Oh, what do we got? There we go. All right, what do you think? Let's fire this thing up. Let's go. We got some Basher blends still left in here. Let's use it up. There we go. We're not going to need that much for it. Not where we're going. Let's see. There we go. Here goes nothing. Let's see if we'll get this thing to run. let it run too long. I don't want to smoke myself out. But yeah, idle could be a little bit lower. Other than that, I don't think it sounds too bad. All right, cool. I'm all right with that. That's good. That sounded pretty good. Like I said, that carb, I'm sure is going to need to be ran a little bit. I bet you there's still some junk in it, but I don't think that sounded too bad. And that's what I like about these lives, man. You guys got to see me. I had that engine completely apart. There was nothing set up here. That engine, we had the cooling head off, the button off, the back plate. This thing was completely apart. You got to see it. It fired up on the first shot. That's freaking awesome. That's wonderful. I'm stoked about that. That's pretty good. See if I can pull this out. There we go. It's going to be quite a while until we get to actually start tearing into this thing, so I don't want to leave any fuel in it. But let's fire it up one more time, get all that shit out of the line. We'll do it again. Wow. Cool. So we got a runner. That's not bad. I'll take it. That's not bad. So what do you think? 190 bucks? You think I'm right on this? I think this is going to be the new market. I think there's going to be a lot more hype onto these things because I think this is a market everybody's been sleeping on. This is still a great deal for 190 bucks. You got yourself a buggy. I mean, it's not the most high-tech, up-to-date thing. That's obvious. But it's not bad. And I mean, look at the look of this thing. It looks rad. It's cool, man. It is what it is. You know what I mean? If you took this to the track to run it, I'm sure you could have fun with it. And if you actually intended to race it, I guarantee you'd be the only one with one. Look at that thing. It looks just like it's ready to rock and roll, man. It's cool. But yeah. 190 bucks. Only thing that I noticed that I didn't like about it is it looks like these are supposed to have a pair of body clips to hold on the wing. Somebody took them, drilled them out, and riveted it on. I mean, it ain't going nowhere. That's for sure. But if you ever want to change the wing out, you gotta those are some pretty big freaking rivets. You're gonna have to either replace them with the exact same ones, or I don't know. I don't know what you're gonna do. Wing buttons ain't gonna work. But yeah. All right, let's get you back on this one. All right, cool. So what do you think? The Offna buggy's pretty good? Not bad? What are we going to do? All right. I'm stoked. I got a hell of a mess on my floor now. What else are we going to work on today? I got more parts for the Dirty Max. You just want to hit up the Dirty Max today? I think that's what we're going to do to close it out. Let's clean up here a little bit. 1520. 2530. And we're going to work on the T-Max a little bit. I got parts for that. Might as well get something done on that thing. Nice. Pretty stoked about that. I was hoping that this thing would run pretty easily, and that was about as easy as it got. And I mean, like I said, you guys got to see it firsthand. This engine was completely apart. That was not staged. You know what I mean? A lot of guys can do that. You know, sometimes I do it. On those videos I did, I started it first because I'm not going to sit there and pull the shit out of it for no reason. But you saw this. This thing was absolutely first fire, bam, right there. After the engine was completely gunked up, pulled apart, cleaned up, right back in action. This thing, we'll take this out tomorrow. It's fine. All right, let's work on the Max. Anybody remember that? It's been a while. It's been a while. Bam. Come on. There we go. The old crusty T-Max, the nasty, disgusting T-Max I had. All right, last time we were working on it, I was still waiting on parts for the engine that the Nitro Pimp was nice enough to donate. Well, the parts are here. So we can start getting those done, get the engine mounted. And I got the proper links this time. I guess when you swap out to the Revo 3.3 style, they use a different link, which is fine. But now I got to figure out how are we going to swap these out. Easy. The backs are easy. Ones on the bell crank are going to suck. Let's check it out. I figure we can get this engine in today. I don't know if I want to fire it up, but we can. Do I have an easy start that's charged? That'll be the question. All right. Here's the difference in the links. I don't know if they might be longer. I'm going to take a look at that. But these are the links for your T-Max Classic. They just have regular ball ends on them. They're not real wide. Whereas when you swap over to the ones for the Revo and the 3.3, they have different ends on them. You have a standard end. Ooh, there we go. Standard end on one side, but then you got this big one on the other side. That's the difference. And let's see, are they any longer? Oh yeah, they're significantly longer. At least an inch end to end. Okay. Doesn't matter which side. Bought these links off of Lumadave. He is your plug, man. You guys need parts, check him out on eBay. Lumadave 35. I'm sure most of us use them. If you don't, check him out. Similar setup to like how Jenny's does it. He sells all pretty much brand new parts. All right, so we're gonna need, okay, what does the Revo use for the outer half? The screw and a nut, just a screw. What do we use? Let's see. What the heck is that? Thing's falling out of the sky. Looks like just a screw. Okay, so we're gonna need some screws for these. One, two, those look good. All right, got some screws. Is it gonna be long enough? Heck yeah, it should be perfect. All right, cool. There we go. Got one rod connected. Let's do the other one on the front here. This thing has come a long way. All right. There we go. Dummy, wrong one. All right, so I've been putting out those videos at the oval track, and I also have that big field available. What do you guys want to see? I've been trying to come up with new ideas, something different to do. I mean, I'm trying, nobody else really races while I'm there, because I'm there early in the morning. What do you guys want to see? I got that whole oval track to my disposal. I have a big-ass field. I have that, the Savage is about done. I'm going to start beating on that. I got to get a ramp, have some fun. All right, now what do we do? Is that on top or bottom? I guess it's 50-50, it doesn't matter. Wait a sec. There's two different types on this thing. Come on, laptop. There we go. So apparently there's two different types of rods. You have one that's basically set to the top, and you have one that's kind of 50-50. You see the difference? So I guess front and rear are going to be different. Let me see which is which. 50-50 to the front. And okay. All right, I got it. All right, we got it. This is not the right one. That one is the right one. The ones that are 50-50 top to bottom, they're going to go in the back, or in the front. The ones that are basic to the top, they go in the back. So that's a rear, that's a front, that's a rear. All right, cool. Nice. All right, 2 mil through the center. There we go. Okay, what is our problem here? All right, you see, like, there's no way I can take that much in. All right, we got ourselves an issue here. Let's check this out. Are those rods too long? The same thick? That's the same ones. Obviously, that ain't gonna work. So let's see what the problem is. If I shorten them up. Whoa, what do you think on this one? This is a problem. Am I gonna have to shorten these up all the way? So let's say that's center. Look at that thing. Holy God. All right. I think we're going to have to get the turnbuckle wrench out. Let's see if I turn these all the way in. If these turnbuckles are too long. Might have to do some homework on these. No, there ain't no way. There ain't no way. All right. I think the turnbuckles are just way too long. I don't think those ends are going to fit the smaller rods. Let's see what happens. This is a good one. Okay, we're going to have to make a mutant set. Lovely. Anybody have any ideas on this? Ever had this problem? I'd say the rods are too long. Considering the width of a Revo, I'd understand it, but I believe they were using the same thing on the 3.3 Max. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. So, let's see. I think these are too big. Absolutely. Okay, so swapping the rods is not possible. What if I can swap the ball ends? Those look bigger too. No ideas on this, fellas. We got nothing. Anybody ever had this problem before? Those are definitely too long. Let's see. Maybe. Okay. I think that might be the ticket. We're going to have to use the T-Max rod ends, but we're going to have to use this on the other side. So we're going to have to make mutts out of these. Okay. Well, at least we know what to do. So let's try this. All right. So let's try this. Okay, that's front. So we got to pull this back apart. Screws will be the same. And we have an extra set of ends. I think I even had these parts, to be honest. So where were we? I need this to go into here. Is this the 2.5 T-Max? Old school, how are you, brother? Yes, this was that disgusting, nasty T-Max that I got for free out of a body shop. This was a 2.5 Classic. And, we got some of the old school, Ultimate Engineering, aluminum parts. I got them kind of looking somewhat decent again. We rebuilt everything on this thing from top to bottom. Brand new chassis, brand new fuel tank donated by Nitro Pimp. I got an OS engine going in it. This thing's coming along, but it's been a learning curve, I'll tell you what. But that looks a lot better already. Converted, everything on the outside is converted to the 3.3 style. I have one of those sitting in the shed. Bring it out, brother. Get it fixed up. Get it running. Okay. That looks a lot closer. Let's flip that other side. So I guess what we're going to end up with is basically a 2.5 style. Can't put those ends in. You got to put the inside ones on first. This won't move enough. There we go. We're going to end up for the front tie rods. It's going to be the balls from the 3.3 style or Revo style. These ones on the old school 2.5 rods. I think that's going to be the ticket. That's going to work out for us because the rods are too long. Okay, so I don't need that anymore. That can come off. I'll tell you what, these Hot Racing shock pliers make this job so easy. I mean, look at this. Put it right in. It's got to go the other way. Put it right in, put it through the hole. Make a mess when you're trying to show it. Go figure. This live's been a mess, but we still made progress. The off the buggy runs. So that's what you're going to end up with. It's going to end up just being a 2.5 Classic rod on one end, the rod itself, with the 3.3 or Revo style balls. That's how you're going to make this work. All right, let's mount this on the inside. That's not what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. So next week, if we're, like I said, I might have to change the time. So keep an eye on that if you do tune in. I may have to change the time next week. But we're going to play a game with the scales. We're going to work on the B7. I got some pretty fancy parts coming from N1, and we're gonna do a little something to that. We're gonna try to get that thing up and running because, like I said, carpet season will be here before you know it. So if I can get that thing with a fresh body on it and get everything that I want to get done to it now, I think that's the move. So I ordered some stuff. I can't believe what it cost. I mean, titanium isn't cheap. There we go. Why do people got to call me? They know what I'm doing. Oh, there we go. I don't think that's going to work either. All right. If you use these, it's too short. All right, we're going to have to come up with some part numbers here. All right. Hey, Rob, what's going on? Old school. Are the parts still around for these? I need the front drive shafts. Yes, everything's still available for these. These are actually 3.3 upgraded drive shafts. I got to figure out what we got going on here because these are not right either. They're just not long enough. And these are too long. So I need something similar, but in the middle. All right. I think I'm pretty much stuck on this one now. Like I said, these lives are a lot of fun. But then when you, you get caught up, you get caught up. This sucks. All right, I'm going to have to figure out what size rods these are. And I'm going to have to come up with a new plan. Because obviously they're not working. Because I got Revo style. I got T-Max style. And it ain't working. All right. Let's pull these back off. So that way I can get all the parts at least in a bag. And I'll get them all together. And we're going to have to come up with a new plan. We're going to have to crash the books, man. We're going to have to go to the Traxxas site and figure this out. It's all right. It's all right. When you're modifying things, these are the stuff that you kind of run into. It is what it is. All aspects, what's going on? Everybody's showing up here at the end. All right. So far, we got an Offna buggy. Disassembled the engine. Got it running. It's been a good day. T-Max still giving me crap. That's okay. We will make it. We will make this thing great again one way or another. It's just going to give me a hard time until we do. All right. So I got every type of friggin' tie rod in here you could probably imagine, and I got nothing that'll work. All right. Let's take a break. All right, sick. All right, so that got us nowhere. Let's clean it up. Got to get something done on this. Let's get something done. Put this down. Put this down before I throw it in that garbage can. Freaking thing. All right. So let's get all of our ends, all the balls, everything. Let's bag it up. Let's get something done. We'll put some stuff on the engine. Make it look like something. All right. Like I said, I'm going to crash the books with the on Traxxas, and I'll figure out the right numbers. I don't I don't know. I have to look at it because, I mean, a Traxxas Classic and a Traxxas T-Max Classic and a Traxxas T-Max 3.3, it's the same truck width-wise, I believe. They're no wider, but it comes with the C-hub style like the Revo, which is what I got with the axles. So I got to see if maybe there's a different number between Revo and T-Max, but I mean, the Revo's a lot wider, so maybe that's the problem. I probably bought them for a Revo because I figured it would work. It didn't. All right. So this is the OS21TM that Nitro Pimp was nice enough to donate to this thing. First thing I want to do is I'm going to take this carb off. We're going to start off with that because this is, my opinion, this was in a Revo because the carburetor's on the wrong side for a T-Max. So this came out of a Revo more than likely. So we're going to remove this carburetor that everybody wants. Ooh, okay. Well, I guess we're going to have to completely remove the stud because this one's tight too. That's good though. Tight, don't leak. That one I might have. Nope, it's going to be that odd 6. I have a 5.5 to a 7. See? That's why we use this a little adjustable, I guess. I'm too lazy to go out to the garage and get my tools. Whoa. It's gonna fight me today too? Oh, wow. Okay. No, I don't want to be banging on this. Ooh. Okay. Okay, we're not going to do that because that's not going to work. That's not up against the easy start. Okay. Rubber O-rings in a carburetor, so I don't really want to use much heat. That's not it. That's not the move. What do we do? Carburetor is stuck. Let's hit it with the heat gun. Let's try that. Any ideas? What size OS? This is a 21. Seems to have some pinch left in it. It's not the strongest, but it should work. If at least if it runs, I mean, if it needs a repinch, then that's what we do. But yeah, this thing, I don't know. We'll see. Got to spin this carburetor though. Alright, we don't get crazy because I don't want to burn my fingers as well. Oh, wow. Yeah, right. Alright, let's put the nut back on it. I'll be banging on threads. Oh, man. Okay, I think I got that moving. Indeed I did. Okay, got some movement here. The goal is to get that pin just so it's not putting any compression onto the carburetor. It won't slide all the way out. That is not going to happen. Okay, it's coming. Come on, laptop. There we go. I need a carb for a 21. Yeah, this is the carb that everybody likes to use on the Traxxas 3.3s. So they're not cheap. Hard when they usually go into stock, they usually go right back out. Oh boy. This thing's been in there a long time. Here it comes. Come on. There it is. Yeah. Yep, that's the OS. The 11K carb. That's the one that everybody uses on the Traxxas 3.3s. Gotta go this way though. Try to square it up. The linkage is loose. There we go. Get down in there. Get down in there. This whole thing's got to get messed with. All right. I'm going to put that nut on there temporarily. I want to get the right size wrench and put it in there nicely. Actually, I think I'm going to try to pull that pin all the way out. Let's take that card back out. Oh, Lord. Been having a lot of small issues today. We're making our way through, though. Okay. I'm going to leave that carb off for the time being. Take the nut. See if I can get that. Pin out. Come on out, pin. What's wrong with my hammer today? That's actually got to go in that bag. Where'd that bag go? There it is. All right, cool. Nitro RC Life, what's going on, brother? Northeast Mods, what's going on? Hey, everybody's showing up now. Cool. All right. Got the OS 11K off. Let's get this going. Got an off in the buggy running today. It's been a good day. All right. I'll play with this pin later. It's not the happiest thing, but we'll work with it. All right, what do we got going on that we can make this thing look like something today? Well, I got the OS carb. I got the, the OS carb's off. We got the OS T-Max style manifold for it. Came with the new spring. Put that on. I also got the gasket, the proper gaskets this time. The OS 21 is a 21 size, but it does not use a 21 size gasket. It uses the, I guess the small block 12R gasket. So let's make sure that that's going to work first of all. All right, let's see here. That'll work. Don't have a razor on me. It's over there. All right, it uses these smaller little gaskets, not a traditional 21 size. That looks like it's going to be it. Heck yeah, perfect. Come on, laptop, stay on. You have one job. All right, cool. I think we got the right gasket this time. Gasket looks perfect. Pretty tight up against this roto start, I'll tell you what. All right. Fight with another exhaust spring. Here we go. Round 2. Let's see if this gets any better. Whoa. Nice little piece. Just like that. It's got a nice little contour to the back to keep the exhaust off of that easy start, but it is awful close. Let's see, I'm gonna have to probably put this on first. Run it around the back of the head. I don't know, I hope we don't have to remove the easy start. I mean, I can, but I'm not looking to. Come on, stay in that hole there. There we go. There we go. All right, here we go. One shot. Bam. There we go. Get it to sit evenly on the gasket. There we go. Check that out. There we go. Probably a lot easier to do that exhaust with the carburetor off anyway, because then you'd have to be dealing with the carburetor in front of it. All right. Let's see what else we got here we can mount up. We got... All right. Got the fancy coupler here. I need to get a couple more of these because my Revo broke one as well. Been at the SCCV Autocross this morning. Where's that at, man? I used to autocross for years. I'm looking to get back into it again. The itch is back. I was regional champion in a couple of classes. I never went any further than regional, though. I never went to the nationals or anything like that. So I'm not going to say I was any good, but I did all right. Some of those guys are absolutely madmen. I'm not on that level. Exhaust header. There's the pipe. Okay, that's that side. I'm all out of zip ties. I got to grab more. Unless this has some, maybe. Oh, baby, what do we got here? We got zip ties. Sweet. Thanks, Traxxas. We got a hanger, too. I don't know. I bought a hanger. I don't know which one I'm going to need, but we'll find out. That's like a universal style, but it looks like I can make the one that I bought. All right, we got heat shielding. We got zip ties. Oh, man, we got everything we need. Let's do this. All right, let's get a better view. Move that out of the way. So here we are, the OS21TM. It's got the OS header on it already. Put that nice little gasket in between there. Let's put this pipe on, see what it's going to look like. Gonna go with the Traxxas resonator, 5487 number, whatever. I think it was 5487. 5487. So that's gonna sit like this. I think. Like that. Got those screws already in it? Yeah. Alright, so that's gonna sit like that. Let's throw some zips on this thing. Okay, cutters. In Rutland, Vermont, they also run in New Hampshire. I didn't run, but plan to soon. Absolutely. My recommendation, street class, baby. Street class is where it's at. But, all right, let's spin this. There we go. Let's do one more. Okay, there we go. We got something going on. All right, so there we go. We got something done on the T-Max, even though everything else was a fail. We're going to go through. We got ourselves an OS21 with a pretty nice damn exhaust. These guys class you by car and mods. Yeah, that's the same everywhere. Yeah, street class. Keep it simple. Put a set of tires on it, one sway bar. You can do an exhaust, no cat mods. Pretty simple. But, all right, people. We had fun today. We got the off the buggy running. I lost a pin in the garbage. I made a total mess out of the shop. Got nowhere on the T-Max other than we got the exhaust and everything finally figured out on the 21 TM. I'm going to work on the carburetor, get that pin sorted out. And, yeah, that's it. I think next week, like I said, check the times. I got stuff I have to do. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be on at the same time anymore. Well, at least for next week or two. And we'll hit it back up again. I'll get these tire rods figured out, see what the hell's going on. But thanks everybody for coming out. We had a good time. Until next time, peace.